we are sitting somewhere, physically present, but mentally we are somewhere else. We're sitting for hours in a class, and then we don't know the entire class went by, and we don't know what the professor taught us. Right? We have all had that experience. So we are where our mind is, and so to start with, you guys have so much going on in your life. You have assignments and cooking to do, cleaning, roommates, so many things, and our mind can be in so many places right now. So let's begin by one small practice which will bring our mind to the present from wherever it is. So just be comfortable, sit comfortably wherever you are.
Yeah, and can we move? That cushion is empty. So and someone can move in the front also.
Yeah. So just be comfortable wherever you are, and so this practice will bring us to the present, to the now, from wherever we might be mentally. So begin with observing your surroundings, right? See 5 things around you. What are the 5 things around you that you can see? Just take a note of them, like for 2 or 3 seconds, concentrating on one thing at a time for 2 or 3 seconds and making a note of it. So total of 5 things in your surroundings. Like I can see the brick wall, my laptop. 5 things in your surroundings. Just take a note of it. Now, what are the 4 things around you you can touch? Take some time to feel it. Like you can feel the table, the cloth of my hand. What are 4 things you can feel? Take some time, 2 or 3 seconds, experiencing each of these things. Now, let's go one step deeper. What are 3 things that you can hear? Close your eyes and focus on the sound around you. You can hear to my voice. You can hear to the AC. Yeah.
Deriving the third one.
And if you really focus, you're really quiet. Probably you can hear some cars outside honking. Right? So just make note of 3 things that you can hear. Now let's go deeper. What are 2 things that you can smell? The laundry maybe. Yeah. Okay. And now, what is one thing that you can taste? Some coffee you had before the class. Check. Could anybody experience any taste?
Saliva.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. Now, slowly you can all open your eyes. And you'll experience that wherever your mind was, it is now right here in this room by observing your surroundings and taking note of it. So this is a small practice which you can keep with you when you feel anxious. You can just, or you feel like lost, distracted. You can just use this small meditation and try to bring your mind to the present. So with that, I'd like to go ahead and begin my presentation for today. Now that I have all of your attention. So I'd like to begin by expressing my gratitude to all the teachers who have shared mercifully their knowledge with me and help me grow in my life. And to do this, of course, we do it mentally, and also we'll be chanting one mantra, and you can all repeat with me about that. So this sound vibration, the chanting, it invokes auspiciousness and also as a means of offering our gratitude to our teachers. So I'll first read the meaning, and then we'll also chant the mantra together. I offer my respectful obeisances unto my spiritual master, who has opened my eyes, which were blinded by the darkness of ignorance, with the torchlight of knowledge. So, thanking all my teachers from the bottom of my heart for sharing the knowledge. So when we chant this mantra, we'll chant Om first 3 times, and then the rest of the mantra. Right? So you can all chant Om with me, and yeah, again, sit in whatever position you are comfortable with. Make yourself comfortable. Take a deep breath. So, what to expect from today's session? So we'll go over some benefits of meditation, what you can expect when you start to meditate. We'll learn a few meditation techniques, and we'll see scientifically and also from scriptures how these techniques help us. And we'll be having some more meditation experiences. And finally, we'll see how we can develop a meditation practice of our own, how we can include meditation in our everyday life. Right? So, how many of us have had some experience of meditation before? Any of you here? Okay, almost everybody has had some experience of meditation. Okay, that is great. How many of us have do meditation on a regular basis?
Wanted
Do
or
what you
not?
First is who are doing. Okay, few people. And how many of us have wanted to do? Every one of us, I think. Okay, so hopefully you can get some inspiration. So let's see. Why do you guys want to meditate? Like personally, for each and every one of you, what do you think is the reason to meditate? Why should anyone meditate?
To settle your mind.
Yes, absolutely. Settle your mind.
Increase concentration on something that you do.
Absolutely. Improve focus.
Get a routine.
Get a routine. Yeah. Yes, Meera.
I am much better listener. Like I am better with people.
After meditating, you are better
If I
with.
meditate.
Okay. So like you're more kind towards others and interacting with others.
I am patient and like yes, I listen to people better.
Okay, so you are like more tolerant. Can I say? No? Okay, yeah.
I would say
You're more
enthusiastic to people. for Mega Market.
Okay, yeah. So you can hear people much better. when you Connect more better. Okay.
What they're trying to say.
Yes, absolutely. And
Discipline.
discipline. Yes.
Connect with your inner self.
Yes, absolutely. Connect with our inner selves, right? And what does that look like when you connect with your inner self?
Like you can identify your breathing as well, and it's
Yeah. And what is that state of mind you're in when you connect with yourself?
it's a very calm place.
Calm place. Okay. Right. So let's see different gradients of our moods basically, right? Or our mind. So we are like disturbed and agitated sometimes, right? And then we think meditation is the way to go, right? Meditation is the way to go from that disturbed or agitated state to a state of calm and peacefulness, right? Which we all experience after meditating. But do I just want to be like calm and peaceful? No, right? I want to be happy and joyful. That's where I want to be. I don't want to be like this calm. So the actual practice of meditation is not just staying at a place of being calm and peaceful, but connecting with us like to the deeper self, and that connection actually makes us happy and joyful. So this is something which, when meditation like came to the West, yoga, it came to the West from India. So this higher purpose was basically not conveyed to people, and was mainly like said that meditation is for better health, improved concentration, which is all there and which is important. But ultimately, the practice should make us happy and joyful. That is what we should be aiming for. So, just wanted to set the context over here of what is actual aim of meditation, right? And as you all pretty much mentioned, why you want to meditate. So those are pretty much the benefits of meditation which we experience, right? So I have listed down a few, and so these benefits which I have listed here are kind of based on studies, but they are mixed kind of meditations. Like it's not based on one meditation study. These results, benefits that I'm mentioning here, there are like different mindfulness meditation, mantra meditation, loving and kindness meditation. So, but ultimately like some form of meditation, and then what are the benefits, right? So the first is reduce stress. Last week we had a session by Gautama Prabhu on stress. So meditation can help us deal with stress better, right? It can control anxiety, reduce anxious thoughts that we might have. Chanakya mentioned, right? We can have, it increases our focus, length, or attention span. So one study found that like just 13 minutes of meditation every day led to an increase in the attention span of the people who were meditating. And it leads to increased awareness. So awareness means being aware of our thoughts, like seeing from a third eye view what is going on within me. So meditation helps us become aware of that. And what we can do when we are aware is we can fight addictions. We can break the thought patterns that we have in our behavior, and from a third eye view, when we see that, when we are aware of that, we can break those patterns, and that helps us fight addictions. Improved sleep. I don't know, many of you might not have that experience, but as you grow in life, become older, you can you'll experience that. Not being able to sleep, because the mind is so restless, even though like you're on the bed, but you cannot sleep. But meditation can help with that for improved sleep. and Mega mentioned, right, generate kindness. So yeah, after practicing meditation, it was found in general that uh, those who practice meditation are more kind towards others in their dealings. And of course, it is like accessible anywhere. You don't need any complex equipment or space to meditate, right? You can meditate anywhere. So these are some benefits of meditation, what you can expect once you start to practice meditation. And we'll learn some techniques throughout this session, right? But before we go ahead, I want to introduce some concept over here. That is the importance of manuals. How many of us, definitely all of us, have had some experience of using some form of manual, right? And so every time we get any equipment from the store, with that comes a manual. Either it's a phone, it's a software you download. With that comes a manual, how to use it, right? So I think Vishal is not here, but Vishal Prakash. So yeah, so he introduced me to this application called as Notion. I don't know, some of you might, Siddhanshu uses it, I think, right? So it's pretty amazing. Like, I downloaded that application, and then after I downloaded, I started getting emails that, okay, what all you can do with Notion, like this application. And it's pretty complex. Like, it has databases, but you can make like a whole website, you can take notes, you can put your schedule into it, you can make to-do list. And Vishal has done some amazing things, like, he can make a website, put videos over there. And I, like, not knowing much, I could just make a like simple notes. I tried using it and for like making notes for this session, and that is all I could do. So with every software, like, it's a complex thing how to use it. The manual teaches us how to best make use of that software or that machine. So similarly, this world is a complex place, right? And not only like, of course, inside we ourselves are very complex, but even if you see the world at a huge scale, like the sun is rising at time, like at the perfect time throughout the year, right? The seasons, how they are, like, coming one after another every year, and the days, like, 365 days in a year. So it is a very complex mechanism, the entire universe. So the scriptures are the manuals for this universe, and they teach us how to best make use of this energy around us. So just wanted to like introduce this concept over here, which conveys the importance of scriptures. And why I'm saying this is because meditation is very much mentioned in the Vedas, and just wanted to convey the importance of that before we start looking at meditation. So yes, with that, let's go ahead. Now, the first meditation which we'll be learning for today is breathing meditation. So if you observe yourself, like, how your breath, have you observed any time like how our breath changes with our emotions, right? When we are anxious, our breath becomes very shallow, it's very fast, you'll observe. And when you're trying to concentrate, you'll observe you're many times like trying to hold the breath. And when you're very calm and peaceful, your breath will be very deep, right? So this technique of we observe how our breath changes with emotions, but then how we breathe also conveys a message to our mind. So when we have deep breaths, it conveys a message to our mind to calm down, to slow down, right? And many times this is what happens. When we are stressed, our breathing, you'll observe that your breathing is very shallow. Probably before an exam or before an interview, you'll observe that your heartbeat is very fast, your breathing is very shallow. So taking a few deep breaths can just signal the mind to calm down. And in the Srimad Bhagavatam, it says, the yogi should clear the passage of the vital air by breathing in the following manner. First, he should inhale very deeply, then hold the breath in, and finally exhale, or reversing the process. The yogi can first exhale, hold the breath outside, and finally inhale. This is done so that the mind becomes steady and free from external disturbances. So this technique like of breathing can help to just calm the mind. And let's have a first-hand experience of it. If you guys want to try it out, some breathing meditation techniques. Okay. So I just want to have some background music before we start this. Is this one? So yeah, so breathing can help focus the mind and increase our awareness. So when we breathe, so we'll be doing like taking deep breaths, right? So when you take a deep breath, you'll be able to feel your stomach expand. Like you'll be able to feel your stomach expand when you take a deep breath. So during this meditation, of course, I'll guide you through it, but just something I wanted to say before. And we'll be breathing in like patterns. So we'll be first inhaling for 4 seconds, like count of 4, and holding our breath for 4 seconds, and then exhaling for 4. And then we'll elongate the exhale by inhaling for a count of 4, holding our breath for a count of 4, and then exhaling for a count of 6. So again, yeah. So everyone be in your comfortable positions, however you like. You can close your eyes and lower your gaze. Relax your shoulders, roll them back. And now, become aware of your natural breathing pattern. Don't force or pressure your breath. Just become aware of your breath. Just observe the inhales and the exhales you are taking. Now, take a deep breath through your nose. Feel your stomach expand. Breathe out. Again, take a deep breath through your nose. And exhale. Continue this at your own pace. Now, we'll inhale for a count of 4, hold it for a count of 4, and exhale for a count of 4. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. Let your breath return to its natural pattern now. Just observe your breath. Slowly bring your awareness to the present. Feel your toes, your legs, your hands, your shoulders. Bring your awareness to your body. We'll rub our hands against each other. Put it on the eyes. Slowly open your eyes and come to the present. Anybody wants to share their experience? Do you feel calm? Do you feel like your mind is relaxed? Right. So, yeah, like just breathing, taking deep breaths can, we breathe throughout the day, but like we hardly do it consciously. So just consciously breathing can, calm the mind. And you can do this anytime, throughout the day. Just you have 2 minutes, probably when you are going before the exam, if you are anxious, nervous, just take 2 minutes to take a deep, take a few deep breaths and bring your mind to the present. And how this actually works is like when we breathe, so we are breathing in like the air, and then when we hold it for some time, it allows the exchange of air, that oxygen and the carbon dioxide to build up, and then when we exhale finally, so all the carbon dioxide like kind of goes out of the body. So yeah, that's kind of how it functions, and it signals the mind to kind of calm down, slow down. Yes, Megha.
Technical question.
Sure.
I couldn't feel my stomach expanding. I could feel my lungs expanding.
Yeah, so you can like place your hand on the stomach sometimes and just when you breathe like really deep, try to breathe through the stomach like first and then the chest. You can try it. Can you feel it?
If I put my hand explicitly, then I sort of try to breathe through my stomach.
Yeah, so you can like do that if that helps. Yeah. So that. Yep. Yeah, so take some time throughout the day to just breathe and calm the mind. So now you've learned like one technique to calm the mind. Now let's learn to go like deeper, connecting with ourselves, right? So we can do that. So yes, that is. Yeah. So we see like sound around us. Like, we are constantly surrounded by sound in our environment, and sound can do a lot of things, right? For example, there's like sonic boom. It can shatter glasses, right? Airplane moving at a very high speed. In an opera, the singer, just by her voice, like we see the glass shatter. Just by sound, this happens. Music, right? Music has such a tremendous effect on us, right? Just hearing to some music can take us to our childhood, or can make us cry, can make us remember our loved ones. Music has such a power to evoke so many emotions in us. And trees, trees when they are exposed to certain kind of music, they can grow to up to 20% faster. This is one of the positive sides. And there is an island called as like Solomon Island. There, when they have to remove a tree when they don't want it, do you know what they do?
They curse.
Yes, they curse it. Just within a few weeks, the tree will die itself. They don't have to cut it. So, just exposing to that negative sound vibration can have such a negative effect on the tree, and the positive sound vibration can make the tree grow 20% faster. So, yeah, just something to ponder about how sound in our environment affects us, right? Sound can create revolutions, right? You hear some motivating speech and you feel like I can take over the world. So yeah, sound has the power to do that. And medical science, right? Through ultrasound you can see what's inside. It can be used to cure kidney stones also now. So yeah, sound has such a tremendous effect in our environment we see. But that is at an observable level. We see how sound is affecting the environment around us. But what at a microscopic level? How do you think sound affects, or do you think sound can affect atoms, molecules, or structures of substances in the environment? What do you guys think? Can it have a positive or negative effect based on the sound that the substance is exposed to?
It makes it more crystalline, water particle. It makes it more structures.
Yes, we'll be seeing. That's exactly what I'm getting to. Can you know your name?
Prajwal.
Prajwal. Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to talk about. So Dr. Masaru Emoto was a Japanese scientist. So what he did was he took some water and then he would label it. He would give different labels. On one he labeled gratitude, on one he labeled anger, on one he labeled wisdom. So different people they would pass by and they would just read that like label which is written on it. So he left the water in there for like some time. Then he took some samples out of those different jars and he crystallized it like at minus 20 degrees Celsius and then observed it under a microscope, the water crystals. And the results, you will be amazed to see what he found. So when the jar which had the word thank you can see the beautiful crystal that is being formed. Wisdom, truth, eternal, that is like angel. And when you see the negative sound vibrations, like you fool, like there is not any crystal, or you make me sick, evil, the polluted water. And then there is like water after prayer. Can you guys see the crystals? Right?
Yeah.
So this is like mind blowing, right? How much effect the sound can have in our surroundings. So just something to ponder upon, right? The kind of sound we expose ourselves to has a tremendous effect on us. And this special experiment I chose to share with you because we are 70% water, right? Think about it. And what kind of sounds we are exposing ourselves to, and yeah, what effect it is having on us. This is at the microscopic level, but even at the things we hear too, how they affect our consciousness, right? The kind of sounds we expose ourselves to, that is very much what the experience of our life will be in some way. The kind of books we read, the kind of thoughts we have. Thought is a very subtle kind of sound vibration within us. So yeah. So this is the effect of sound around us, in our environment and personally within us. But can we use sound as a means of meditation? Right? So scriptures tell us, you'll find this throughout scriptures, the chanting of mantras is recommended as a means of meditation. Right? So mantra, it has two parts to it, the word mantra. The first word is mana, which means the mind. And the second half is tra, which means to deliver. It frees the mind. But of what? Right? So the mantra frees the mind of all the worry, fear and anxieties that we might have. Right? So the soul, these unwanted things which we call lust, anger, greed, pride, these are kind of like walls around the souls, covering, inhibiting the soul from expressing its true nature. But with the chanting of mantra, it frees the mind of all of these unwanted things, and ultimately the soul can express its true spiritual self. So yes, that is what a mantra does to us. And especially for this age, like this day and age, mantra is the most effective way of meditation as it is recommended in the scriptures. So the scriptures tell us the time is cyclic, or there are different ages throughout. As the creation progresses, there are different ages. So the first age is called the Satyuga, right? And there are for different ages, there are different recommended methods for self-realization. Right? That means to realize our true fullest potential, there are different methods recommended. So for Satyuga, the recommended method is to meditate on the super soul within the heart. So the recommended method means the sages would go to the forest and meditate for actually thousands of years. So Dhruv Maharaj, when he went to the forest, he met his guru Narad Muni, and then Narad Muni told him how to meditate. So initially he was surviving on fruits and roots, and then slowly he stopped even that. Like he was eating that only once a week, and then he was surviving only on breath, and then eventually he was only breathing like once in a few days. So that is the kind of meditation which was possible in that day and age, but today it is not possible, right? So that was the recommended way of meditation in Satyuga. Then comes Treta Yuga. So for Treta Yuga, the recommended way of meditation was performing sacrifices, like fire sacrifices. And this sacrifice is not like kind of what we have today, but it was like for miles and miles long. And the special thing about this sacrifice was the fire. You know, do you know how the fire was lighted? Not with a matchstick, with mantras. Just by the chanting of mantra, they could light the fire. And this day and age, I don't think there's anybody who can do anything like that. Then comes,
very few.
yeah,
Rare, like.
yeah, but it's not common to find.
No,
that,
no,
right? It's
not.
not accessible to everybody.
Yes, yes.
Right. Then comes Dwapar Yuga. So for Dwapar Yuga, the recommended way of self-realization was to do deity worship in the temples. So when I say deity worship, it has lot of rules and regulations, and the purity of substances which you offer, the purity of mind, your own purity which you have to maintain. Probably if somebody from Dwapar Yuga were to see us, might not even allow us inside the temple the way we live. So yeah, it's not possible for us to maintain that level of physical and mental purity in this day and age. So the final age is called the Kalyuga, which we are in. And seeing that, you know, all of this processes, not that they are not there right now, they are there, but they cannot be practiced by us and to its fullest extent for self-realization. So the scriptures recommend a very simple process, that is the chanting of the holy names of the Lord. And yes, that is what we will be learning. Our second meditation today is chanting or mantra meditation, what we call it. So yeah, let's go ahead. And where does it say in the scriptures? So I just have some. We'll be seeing now like a few scriptural references where mantra meditation is recommended for self-realization, and also some scientific research that has been done on the chanting of mantra meditation, right? So the first reference is from Srimad Bhagavatam. So this verse goes, Kale dosho nidhe rajan asthir eko mahan guna kirtana deva krishnasya mukta sangha paramvrade. Okay. So translation, would any of you like to read it? Yes, Sudhanshu.
My dear king, although Kalyuga is an ocean of faults, there is still one good quality about this age. Simply by chanting Hare Krishna mantra, one can become free from material bondage and be promoted to the transcendental kingdom.
Yes. So it says, Kali is dosha nidhe rajan. Dosha means faults. That Kali Yuga is an ocean of faults. So when you are in an ocean, what do you see? Water, right? You see left, right, front, back, everywhere is water. So it is said Kali Yuga is an ocean of faults. So everywhere you see, you'll see some. It is very easy to find faults. You see anything you see in this. You see this glass, you see this presentation, this laptop. Easily you can find faults in that. So it is an ocean of faults. But there is one good quality. That is simply by chanting the names of Lord, you can attain self-realization. So that is the benefit in some way, you can say. And the second verse is where the mantra which we chant, which we all chanted in the beginning today, the Hare Krishna mantra, where it is quoted, it is in the Kali Santarna Upanishad. Means Kali means this Kali Yuga, and Sant means the saint, and Tarana means to go over, that which helps us cross over this ocean. So in the Upanishad, this mantra is mentioned. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Iti Shodashakam Namnam Kali Kalmasha Nashanam Nata Paratarupaya Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. So, would anybody like to read the translation, please?
16 names of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Destroy all the inauspiciousness of the age of Kali. This is the conclusion of the Vedas.
Yes. So it says Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. So like after going through all the Vedas, it has been found that this chanting destroys the inauspiciousness of the age of Kali. So these are some like scriptural references which are where this mantra is quoted, and the process of chanting is recommended. So now we saw like from the scriptural perspective. Let's see from the scientific side how chanting can affect us. So Dr. David P. Wolf, right? He's a researcher, I think, in Florida University. So he did some research on chanting of real mantra versus a fake mantra. So he made two groups of people, and one group he asked to chant the real mantra, which is this Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So one group was asked to chant this for like 25 minutes every day, and the second group was asked to chant this fake mantra. This is Sarva Das, Das Das, Sarva Sarva, Sarva Jana, Jana Sarva Sarva. So he made two groups like this, and he asked them to chant. And the result, the things what he was trying to observe was the gunas, first of all, the effects of levels of sattva, rajas and tamas in both the groups. And also he did lot of other measures like stress, anxiety and depression in both these groups. So after a few days and after every day like 25 minutes of chanting both of these mantras, so he found that those who were chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, right, for them the level of sattva guna was more. So he had a set of questions which the participant had to answer, and then which would tell them that okay, this is kind of indicates the level of different gunas in the person. So in general, the people who were chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, they had higher level of sattva guna and lower level of tamas in them. And for those who were chanting this fake mantra, it was observed that the level of goodness like decreased and the level of tamoguna was more in them. And similarly, for stress, the people who chanted Hare Krishna had like less stress, and for those who were chanting the normal mantra, there was not much change in the stress for these people. And for depression, I think those who were chanting the fake mantra, it kind of showed a little bit of increase in depression for them, right? So many times, why I'm quoting the studies, like we might think that okay, I can chant anything, I can make up something of my own. So it doesn't work basically that way. Like when we follow the recommended process, it has the effect on us, and when we try to do like something made up, it probably backfires. So it's not that I can chant any mantra, I can practice any form of meditation. Of course it might be helpful, but does it like really work? So that is not guaranteed. So this is just some scientific research I wanted to quote here. Now, what is the meaning of the Hare Krishna mantra, right? So basically it has like 3 words, that is Hare, Krishna and Rama, right? So what's the meaning of Krishna, right? So before I go to the meaning of Krishna, I want to ask you all, what attracts you? Like when you're attracted to somebody, what is it in them that attracts you?
Kindness.
Qualities.
Okay, their qualities.
Intellect.
Yes, intelligence. Yes, Megha.
Smile.
Smile. Okay.
Wealth.
Right. Well, yeah. Somebody has money, we are attracted to them, right? Beauty. Right? Are we not attracted more towards beauty? Knowledge, I think already mentioned, right? Fame, right? If somebody has fame, we are attracted.
It's a degree.
Degree, yes. That is like knowledge, yeah. Comes in
Disposition?
They like inclination, their likings.
No, meaning their nature, their general nature.
Yes, yes.
Their,
So,
their behavior towards
yeah,
others.
absolutely, right? And generally, like behavior, when you say, it's the positive side, right? Yeah, I'm just assuming that.
It's a power. Somebody said power.
Power. Yes, absolutely, power. And the positives, like all of the positive side which you are mentioning, which comes when somebody is not arrogant, like even when somebody has knowledge, they are not egoistic about it. Somebody has power, they are not egoistic about it. That means they are renounced from the strength of power or money that they have. That is kind of the six. So these are kind of the six opulences, like fame, wealth, strength, knowledge, power, and renunciation. So when we see any one of these opulence in any other person, we become attracted towards them. Okay. So the word Krishna means all attractive. Like if somebody has these opulences in full, then can you imagine how much we will be attracted towards them? So Krishna has these opulences in full. So the name Krishna is apt. It means like all attractive. So that is the meaning of the word Krishna. And then the word Rama, which means one who gives pleasure to the senses. Because he is full of pleasure, he is enjoying himself. When we come in touch with him, he gives that pleasure. It's kind of flows through him. And Hare is the energy of the Lord, or Radha. You'll always see like Radha and Krishna. So it's the energy of the Lord. And so these are the three roots of the three names, which are kind of the root of the mantra. And it just means like it's a prayer to the Lord, like to Hare, which is the energy of the God, to help us take towards him, to Krishna. So that is just the simple meaning of the mantra. And so we'll see some of the benefits of specifically chanting. Like, what are the benefits of chanting the mantra? So the first benefit is when we chant, it engages the senses, right? So we are speaking, so that is engaging our mouth. We are hearing, engaging our ears. We can also use our sense of sight. Either you can see the mantra if you want, or you can see the form of the Lord on the altar. So our senses are engaged. And we also use beads, like the mala I have over here. So when we chant, yeah. It's kind of timeless, but you get the point, right? So yeah, so we use beats. So so even the sense of touch is kind of engaged. So when our senses are engaged, our mind basically follows the senses, and it becomes very easy to focus the mind. So this is one of the benefits of chanting, is the focus of the mind becomes very easy when we do that. And then sound vibration, the more we come in touch with it, it transforms the heart. Just to give an example, the sun shines its light, right? And the trees, just from like a little sapling, they absorb the heat and the light of the sun, and they finally grow. And that heat and light of the sun is stored within the wood of the tree, right? But is that wood fire? can anybody say that wood is fire? But the heat and light of the sun is within the wood, right? But as soon as the wood comes in touch with fire, it lights up, right? It ignites. So similarly, the sound vibration is like a spiritual sound vibration, right? And we at our core, being spiritual, like our essence being spiritual, when we come in that touch of that spiritual sound vibration, our spiritual nature is awakened from within. Just like the fire in the wood is awakened as soon as it comes in touch with fire outside. So when we come in touch with this spiritual sound vibration, that spiritual nature is awakened and that transforms. So like transforms the heart means it brings down these walls around us of lust, anger, greed, and we experience our true spiritual nature. And finally, when we get that higher taste, of when we experience that spiritual nature, it becomes very easy to give up these addictions. It's not like we forcefully have to restrain ourselves. Oh, I don't want to do this. No, it just becomes very simple to just give up these addictions. And personally, I can tell you, like from my own experience, I have been practicing this meditation for more than 10 years, like almost 10 years now. And it has helped me tremendously. Like if I see myself, what I was, like before I started practicing meditation, like very short-tempered. Yeah, I'm a very different person now. That's all I can say. Yeah, and you can all experience it for yourself, right? And finally, like how to practice this meditation is like you can practice it physically anywhere, like at the comfort of your home, wherever you are. Just like be in any position that you are comfortable with. And then what is important is we pronounce like every word clearly and try to hear every word very like attentively, right? And finally, try to chant from the heart. It's fine. Ultimately, it's a prayer to the Lord. So try to chant from the heart. And yeah, with that, I think, would you all like to have some experience of chanting together? So we have also beats. If any of you want to chant, it's not necessary to chant on beats. You can just chant like loud, or yeah. But having beats like helps because it engages that sense of touch. So yeah, I think you just circulate and you can all use beats if you like. So we'll chant for some.
Everybody got, I think.
You want to chant on the beats?
This row, Akshay?
Yeah.
Jonathan? Anybody else needs? Dhaval, Vishal? Hello. Let's pass this in. And one for. One more. You can tell
Okay. Yeah.
how they can hold and what significance of 108 beats. The 108 beats.
Yeah. So I'll just introduce like how we use beats for chanting. So yeah. So the beat you will observe like it has 108 beats. This is called mala. We call it japa mala, which we use for chanting. It has 108 beats, and there is like one beat at the top, like 109th beat, which we don't like chant on. So how we hold is like with these three fingers. You can put here down, and when you chant, like you can start from the first beat after this one, the top beat, and with your thumb you can pull it down. Like after you chant one mantra, you can pull it down, and then hold the other beat. Then after you chant the second mantra, you can pull it down. So this is how we chant on beats, and yeah, that's it. And it's kind of sacred, so try not to keep in any unclean place. Yeah, as far as possible. Yeah. So we will. Are you all okay with chanting like one full round, 108 times? We'll experience that. So how we'll do is like we'll all chant together, right? So after you chant, just hold one down, and yeah, sit in like nice, comfortable position, and try to pronounce and hear attentively. Yeah, take your time if you want to move around and be comfortable however you feel, and then we'll all start. Want to dim the lights?
Take it down like one stretch like this, and keep your middle finger and thumb on the first beat here. And then you can keep going like this. We'll all be chanting in unison.
Okay. And just one more thing, like before we chant, we generally pay respect to like these 5 personalities who basically introduced, like started this chanting in this world like 500 years ago. So you can just say these 5 names: Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shrivas Adi, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Yeah, so we're just paying respect to them, and again our gratitude. So
There's only 4 names, right?
so this is like Krishna Chaitanya, that is one name. Prabhu Nityananda, that is like this personality. Can you see my mouse? Yeah. That is the second name. Then Shri Advaita, that is the third name. Then the Gadadhar, that is the fourth name. And Shrivas, that is the fifth name. And Adi means all, like, and Gaur Bhakta means all the other devotees also. Yeah. So these are the points.
So it'll take about 10 minutes.
Yeah, so if we like chant 110, it takes about 10 minutes. Okay. So we'll all chant together. Try to pronounce and hear attentively to each and every mantra that you are chanting. Okay. So let's start. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
प्रभु आया ये चैरिटेड ना एक बार थोड़ा yeah, so
Anybody wants to share their
yeah,
experience?
anybody wants to share how they felt while they were chanting? Joyful. Any other experience? Anybody?
Can be positive or negative.
Yeah, both.
Was calm then distracted.
Yes, absolutely.
Two rings.
Two things to force on.
Is supposed to be done with everyone or is it alone?
So ideally alone, like you can just, but it's
Yeah.
also good to chant with others.
I don't know, I feel distracted.
Distracted. That can also happen. Yeah.
Like, is it fine to go faster than this?
Yeah. You can definitely go faster. Typically, it takes about 6 to 7 minutes.
And is it fine to like listen to it when,
That's the whole goal.
instead of us singing, doing it loudly,
Uh-huh.
having someone play it like
It's better if you chant and you hear what you say. That's the best way. Then it improves your concentration. So you focus, you bring your mind back to your voice, your voice. That's the best.
Anyone else want to share their experience? Yes, ma'am. Tired? Okay.
I'm thirsty.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, yeah, I think one thing which we'll all experience is distraction. That is the nature of the mind, right? You try to focus it on something and we'll get distracted. And what we generally do is just gently bring back the mind to the sound vibration, Gently bring back the mind to hearing the sound vibration again. Again you will observe, again it's distracted. Again, just gently bring back the mind. Again and again. That's a constant practice that we have to do.
I was getting distracted thinking Ray jumped to beats or something.
Yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, you were saying?
No.
Okay.
But the sync that, like when everyone was chanting, and there was a sync because of it. So even if there was a disturbance, because of the sync, it was easy to come back.
Yes, that is the power of chanting together.
And it clears your mind, it makes you very calm after
Yes,
it.
absolutely. I have just a few more things. Unfortunately, my laptop died.
Oh, okay. No problem.
Distractions die, as you said.
Yeah, so that is one thing which I wanted to say, that you will experience distractions. And finally, I wanted to just present how we can all develop our take up some spiritual practice and meditation practice in our everyday life. Practice of meditation is very personal for everybody, and so you can all decide for yourself what meditation you want to do, when do you want to do it, how long you want to do it. We learned different meditations, some techniques today, right? We learned how to ground ourselves, by like the 5-3-2, 5-4-3-2-1 technique. Then we chanted Om together. We breathing, right? Throughout the day, you can take. Okay. Yeah. So throughout the day, you can take couple of minutes whenever you feel like low. You just take a few deep breaths, right? And you can chant like whenever you feel like disconnected, you can chant and feel that transformation by coming in touch with the sound vibration. So you can all decide for ourselves. And this practice that we take, just stick to it for some time. Don't expect like immediate results. Like I'm chanting, like I'm practicing meditation. Why am I not feeling calm? Just stick to it for a few weeks. Any habit, it takes 21 days, they say, to form. So just decide for yourself, okay, I'm going to do this for myself. Then practice it for at least 21 days and then see the effect, what change you're experiencing in yourself. And just bring back the mind, talked about this thing. Yes. So the practice of meditation is like very personal for each and every one of us, and stick to it for some time. And you will feel sometimes like not doing it, but be enthusiastic about it. Just like do it anyway when you don't feel like it. Be determined to do it and be patient. Like don't expect immediate results. I already said. And eventually, but surely, you will experience that transformation happen in your own life. It's like just like in Google Maps. If you miss a turn, what does it do? It doesn't say you cannot reach your destination.
Reroutes.
Right? It reroutes. So if you miss, it's okay, but just come back to it. Right? That's what we have to do. And eventually we will like get there. So yeah, just stick to it, and don't be discouraged. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Hope you could find some meaning from today's session and have something to take with you. Thank you all so much. We are just heating up, so 5 minutes keep.
5 minutes. 5 minutes. 10 minutes? Or 10 minutes?
No, 5 minutes.
Done.
We are almost done. You can stand also, right? If someone wants to stand and
I would love to. Yeah.
do that, okay, then you can stand and do it.
Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
You got it. No, but you catched up with the first time. I mean, not the first time, second time, and you got it.
Just announce again.
So quick reminders, the retreat is going to be there from March 18 to 20th, those who weren't there when we started. So we are going to have a spiritual retreat 2 weeks from now, that is March 18 to 20th. So we haven't decided on the venue yet, but it will be somewhere nearby where we'll go and again just unplug and go deeper into these topics and understand more. And unplug from the whole city life and your daily atrocities that your college puts you through. So that's March 18 to 20th. More details will follow on the group and also next Saturday as well.
If anyone is interested, they should contact Vishal. He's created a group, WhatsApp group.
Okay.
He's going to add people in that group.
Sure. So Vishal,
Just raise your hand. If anybody is interested in coming for the yatra, for the retreat, contact him.
Yeah, you can text me. I'll add you to the group.
okay, that's all. Thank you. So dinner will be served now. Yeah, we can just sit in groups and sit in a circle. Yeah.
So that's all. Had a phone a lot before when I was in middle school. Then I kind of stopped going. So it was nice to sort of read. I used to go to beach somewhere every day. 4 hours. Intermediate.